What is victimology? A victimology is the study about victims of crime. It is a criminology branch that deals purely with the underlying factors of victimization and contributory role of the victims in the commission of crimes. Victimology, being the study of crime's target, show that a person become a victim of crime consciously, knowingly, and unconsciously. Unknowingly, a person could become a victim due to his action or fault. He somehow contributes to the commission of a crime because of his own making. Criminal victims could be key actors in the criminal justice process, but they keep at the discussion. The victims of the criminal often become a forgotten person of the criminal justice system. While the criminal is the celebrity, victims are only valued for their capacity to report crimes and to appear in court as witness. Typology of criminal victims. General classes of victims based on the clarification of Hans von Hentig, a European lawyer. 1. The young, the weak by age of immaturity. 2. The female, often less physically powerful and easily dominated by males. 3. The old, the incapable of physical defense and the everybody object of confidence. 4. The mentality defective are those that are unable to think clearly. 5. The immigrant are those that are unsure of the rules of conduct in the surrounding society. 6. The minorities. Racial prejudice may lead to victimization of unequal treatment by agency of justice. Psychological types of victims. 1. The depressed, submissive person by the emotional condition. 2. The acquisitive of greedy, person who wants more than one is sufficient makes a natural victim of crime. 3. The wanton or overly sensual, person ruled by passion and toothlessly seeking pleasure. 4. The lonesome, person who eventually become a victim by wanting companionship or affection. 5. The heartbroken, one who is emotionally disturbed by heartache and pain. 6. The tormented, a victim who asks for it, often from his own family or friends. Note: Benjamin Mendelssohn, a European defense attorney, created this clarification of victim types. This theory includes the following 6 categories. Victimology, as well as the concept of penal couple. The penal couple is the term that describes the relationship between the victim and the criminal. He also coined the term victim to describe the criminal victim counterpart and the word victimity, which signified by opposite of criminality. Other class of victims is the loser, or initially the attacker but later the situation changed. An example would be a mugger or bully who ends up injured, or swindler becomes swindled. Dynamics of victimization. Several procedure models can be applied to the study of the victimization process to understand the victim's experience. 1. Victims of crimes model. According to this model, there are 3 stages involved in any victimization. A. Stage of impact and disorganization. Stage during and immediately following the criminal event. B. Stage of recoil. Stage during which the victim formulates psychological defenses and deals with completing emotion or guilt, anger, acceptance, and desire of revenge. C. Reorganization stage. Stage during which the victim put his or her life back to healthy daily living. However, some victims may not successfully adapt the victimization experience. Maladapted reorganization stage. 2. Disaster victims model. This model was developed to explain the coping behavior of victims of the natural disaster. According to this model, there are 4 stages of victimization. A. Pre-impact stage describe the victim's condition before being victimized. B. Impact, the stage at which victimization occur. C. Post-impact, a stage which entails the degree and duration of personal and social disorganization following victimization. D. Behavior outcome, a stage that describes the victim adjustment to the victimization experience. Factors of victimization: 1. Hedonism. 2. Materialistic culture. 3. Sex values. 4. Decay of discipline. 5. Public morality. Theories of victimization. The victim precipitation theory suggests that some people initiate a particular confrontation that they may eventually lead to the person becoming victimized by injury or death. Such precipitation of the part of the victim can either be active or passive. Lifestyle theory. Many criminologists believe that those whose lifestyle increases criminal exposure are more likely to become victims of crimes. Behaviors such as going out late at night, associating with younger men, and residing in cities increase the chances of falling victim into crime. Therefore, one can reduce their chance of becoming victims by staying home at night, living in the suburban area, avoiding public spaces, getting married, and making more money. Therefore, the lifestyle theory holds that crime is not random but is a function of an individual choosing lifestyle. Two kinds of victim precipitation. 1. Active precipitation exists when the victim knowingly acts, provocatively uses fighting words or threats, or attack first. 2. Passive rainfall. However, accuse the victims contains characteristics that unknowingly motivate or threatens the attacker. Victimology is the study of who the victims of crime are, why they are victims, and what we can do about this. Victimology is a relatively recent addition to the level sociology crime and deviance specification, and mainly addressed through applying the sociological perspective. Pattern of victimization. The Telephone Crime Survey of England and Wales. The largest victim survey in England and Wales is the Telephone Crime Survey of England and Wales. The survey used to be face-to-face but has been conducted by phone since the outbreak of COVID-19 and samples about 38,000 households a year. The risk of being victim of crime varies by social group and by type of crime. Below is a summary. Social class. People from deprived areas are more likely to be victims of violent crime. Age. Younger people are more or at risk of victimization than older people for crime in general. Ethnicity. Minority ethnic group are at greater risk than whites of being victims of hate crime. Gender. Males are the greater risk of being victims of violent attack. About 70% of homicide victims are male. However, women are more likely to be victim of domestic violence than sexual violence, people trafficking, and rape as a weapon of war. Trans people are more likely to be victims of hate crime. Repeat victimization. There are few people who are unfortunate enough to be a victim of crime many times or over.